if you want to be in shape this summer, if you want to have that bikini body, that beach body, you can do it by going plant-based vegan. It's the healthiest, most nutritious diet. It'll get you in shape. I lost 17 kilograms and hubby lost nearly 40 kilograms in 6 months, just with my recipes that I made from scratch. And I'm going to share loads with you this year. Every 2 weeks I'll have a new what I eat in a day out with 3 delicious recipes at least, maybe even some mocktails and some baking in there too. I love food, but I also love being in shape. And for me, I tried so many different diets, they didn't work. I'll show you some pictures of what I used to look like. This year I do want to tone up. I don't feel like I'm in amazing shape, but I'm not out of shape anymore. So stick around if you want to have that bikini body too for this summer. I love to start every day with a lemon water. It's so nutritious. You need to hydrate your body. And I had these little kumquats in my garden. I do put them in my lemon water sometimes. It is amazing having a lemon tree. Some days I get through so many lemons, it's untrue. Hi lovely people, welcome to a new What I Eat in a Day. Today I'm sharing 3 healthy vegan plant-based recipes. They're all make ahead recipes. So actually breakfast I made last night, but I'm going to remake it now to show you how to make them. These are, I call them rainbow cups. They are basically omelette muffins, but of course eggless. They're really nutritious. They're packed full of protein, omegas, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, everything. They are a great way to start the day. They're also a great snack for the fridge, great for lunch boxes, and there are so many options of different things you can put in them to make them taste lovely. Oh, and if you are new to my channel, hi, I'm Kirsty. Later I'll share a few do's and don'ts, a few tips of how I keep in shape and how I lost the weight as well. And this summer I want to get really bikini ready and toned. So if you'd like some extra inspiration and motivation, my Instagram is sunshinekirsty1. Oh, if you haven't already, please smash that like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel and I love helping you guys eat healthier and happier. This is breakfast and that shows you how lovely breakfast is. My puppy wants it. I don't know how you buy your shiitake mushrooms. I buy mine from the local Chinese supermarket. 1 kilogram is I think about 17 euros, so 15 English pounds for a kilogram of dry mushrooms. They're going to flavour so many dishes. You want to get your shiitake soaking as quick as you can. I want to be able to taste these ingredients, so I'm not chopping them too fine. It's nice to have something to dance on your tongue. If you eat every colour in the rainbow, most colours do represent different nutrients like vitamin A or vitamin C, vitamin K. So it's good to have a variety of rainbow every single day. And then it's quite an easy way to make sure you're getting all the nutrition you need in a day. Also, make sure you've got protein in every single meal. Now, yes, every vegetable has varying amounts of protein. Protein's really important for so many things, including energy. Often when people go vegan or plant-based, they suffer from low energy and it's because they're not getting enough protein. So make sure that every meal you're thinking about what protein's going into it. One good thing just out here that's good for protein, of course, the mushrooms, but also sweet corn's pretty good for protein too. Pre-sliced mushrooms are so handy. I used to think they were cheating and they're not. I'm just gonna break these up into slightly smaller pieces. Love the flavor of them and you can flavor them lovely too. We're gonna saute these in a pan with some other vegetables and they'll taste amazing. Sauteing is so important for flavour. We absolutely adore coriander and I'll put this in pretty much last minute so it's still quite fresh. If you're not a coriander fan, use a herb that you like. My mum loves tarragon in her omelettes, so perhaps tarragon's a good option or parsley, but if you're a coriander fan, this will bring this dish alive so amazingly. I would normally add broccoli, but I don't have any broccoli and I'm not popping to the shops just for a little bit of broccoli. Add the vegetables you like. I'm personally going to set this aside and I'm going to use this on my batter. We're going to chop up these shiitake. Shiitake are a fantastic flavour boost for these rainbow cups. I'm going to cut these into strips and then they're going to taste really lovely. Next amazing flavour, if you like sun-dried tomatoes, these are amazing flavour boosts in here too. I normally chop up about 25 grams of these sun-dried tomatoes. I find scissors can be way sharper and faster. Next, I'm going to grate this carrot and this courgette. I'm grating it because it's really handy to help bind your omelette together. If it's grated, you don't have to grate it, you can chop it if you want. If you want to add a vegan sausage or salami or cheese, feel free, but I wanted to make these whole plant-based. I always make them whole plant-based because we don't have access to things like vegan sausages and stuff here in Cyprus, but also I'm quite pleased we don't because it keeps our diet extremely healthy. If you're strict with your plant-based diet, you will be in great shape. It's actually not hard. Commitment, that's the hard part. Don't buy it, you can't eat it. The cups, for the rainbow cups, I like to make a courgette cup. You want it really, really thin, so a peeler is actually the best way to make very thin courgette. I've tried to use lots of different techniques. A peeler that costs pennies works perfectly. There is a knack though. These are the rainbow veg I want to add to my rainbow cups. We've got spring onions, shiitake mushrooms, cherry tomatoes, sweet corn, a whole tube of garlic puree because we're going to saute these in a pan. Grated carrot and grated courgette. These are great to bind the omelette together. Red and orange peppers. Love coriander. Sun-dried tomatoes are a fantastic flavour booster, as the shiitakes. I love mushrooms and they're going to flavour amazing with the garlic when I do it in the pan. And strips of courgette are going to make the cups. To make my lovely vegan egg mixture that's really realistic, it's also very high in protein. All of these ingredients are really high in protein. Silicon tofu, chickpea flour, and chia seeds are all great for protein, and the chia seeds have great omegas in too, so it's very, very nutritious, my vegan egg mixture, although it might not be the most yellow in the world. So you need your chia seeds ground. I'm going to whiz these up in my herb grinder and then we can start the mixture. All of these are just the flavours, they're all optional, but this is what I love in my mixture. Puppies adore them, that's it. They must be good. Why I love to use ground chia seeds in my omelette. One, it's got a jelly-like texture, so it's more realistic to how an omelette should be. It's squidgy and it falls apart, and that's perfect. Also, it binds it. Chia seeds are a great binding agent. Two, the flavour. The flavour of chickpea flour is very distinct, and I don't want the full flavour to be chickpea flour, and you don't either, trust me. So I go half and half. And also, of course, it's so nutrient dense. It's full of omegas and protein. Chia seeds are amazing for you. 10 tablespoons of ground chia seeds and 10 chickpea. I'm going to use the water from my shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to add 150 for now and mix it in. I might add the rest later, but the vegetables have so much water content, I don't want to add too much now. I did add all my shiitake water. Add my silicon tofu. I'm going to add all my flavours and then I'm going to hand blend it. 4 teaspoons of nutritional yeast. 4 teaspoons of garlic powder. Onion powder, 4 teaspoons. 4 teaspoons of paprika. Add your salt and pepper to taste. You can add turmeric if you want to make it a little bit more yellow. Chili flakes are so handy, 3 teaspoons of these bad boys. To make these rise a little bit of baking powder, 2 teaspoons. The hand blender makes it so easy. If you have a great non-stick pan, you need no oil. I don't need oil in this pan. I've heated it, it's really warm now, so now I'm going to add all my ingredients. This is not going to get cooked for very long at all. I don't want squishy vegetables, I just want them flavoursome. I'm going to start with mushrooms, my shiitakes, sweet corn, my garlic puree, a whole tube. That smells lovely. My sun-dried tomatoes, my peppers, they can sit down a bit too. How colourful's that? And pepper, gorgeous, that's all getting lovely and tasty. Spring onion, how pretty is that? A minute and a half, I'm going to add my tomatoes and my carrot and courgette. It smells gorgeous. I want my coriander evenly mixed in, I'm going to add it in now and take it straight off the heat. Lovely. Let's get this in the mixture. I'm not going to add all of this all at once. I'm going to add it bit by bit, just in case there's too much veg for the mixture. You don't want to ruin it now. This is a bit like baking. Add things little by little because it is kind of a batter mix we've made with the chickpea flour and the chia seeds. It smells incredible. That can take more veg. how pretty. Oh wow, that is a great consistency. See how it's still quite firm and quite hard to stir? That's the consistency you want. If you don't get that consistency, add a little bit more chickpea flour or add a little bit more ground chia seed. We're gonna line these cups. I love these silicone molds. They're fantastic, things don't stick to them. Something like that is fantastic. It covers the bottom, and then you want to wrap around the sides. There is a bit of a knack. I think I make it look quite easy, but there is a bit of a knack to this. "28 rainbow cups." The oven's been preheated to 200 degrees centigrade, it's a fan oven, and now I'm going to set the timer for 25 minutes. They're going to want 25 minutes. I'm going to test these with a toothpick. I don't expect them to come out totally dry because of the mixture. A little moist, yeah, I'm going to let it run its time out. They smell perfect. Not much moisture, which is how I want it. These are crazy hot, don't touch them, especially because of the courgette that wraps around them. It's so full of moisture. They're gonna be hot for a wee while. They're gonna come out great, just leave them for 5-10 minutes. I'm so excited to share with you today's lunch recipe. It's my Turkish inspired lentil soup. I first had this soup 12 years ago in Bodrum at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it tastes just as delicious as when I first had it. I love this soup because it is so quick, so easy, so simple to make, and I'm gonna make so many portions. This is probably why I love it the most. I'm gonna freeze so much of it. It's gonna be so handy for lunches, dinners. It's a great soup. You're gonna love it too. All you need is 2 decent sized carrots, 2 medium potatoes. Well, mine are a little funny looking. This is 2 medium sized potatoes, 2 large onions, 4 cups of yellow lentils, or any kind of lentils will do the job just fine. And then you just need turmeric, garam masala, paprika, and ground cumin. Salt and pepper to taste. Ooh, black pepper's really nice in it. And I like to serve with pita bread. I'll show you how to make it now. It is so simple. If you do make this recipe, please do hit the like button. Let's make my Turkish inspired lentil soup.
This recipe is very high in protein and extremely cheap to make. It's 100% healthy, so it's a fabulous, nutritious, easy, budget recipe you can batch make. I'm chopping my onion and carrots first, as they'll be cooked first today in this soup. I'm chopping everything very roughly, as once it's cooked, it's being blended. Do you have a food memory mind like mine? You remember what you ate and where. In our 20s, we loved travelling and eating local food. We were real food tourists. I remember getting off the plane in Bodrum at 3 a.m, so hungry, and this was the only dish being served on all the streets in Bodrum. It was so delicious, and I've cooked it ever since. I remember nearly every dish and exactly where we ate it, like the noodle soup we ate under a bridge in Bangkok. If you have this kind of food memory mind too, do let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know. I'm crushing my garlic straight into the pan, as the carrot, onion and garlic will get cooked first.
I'm using 3 cloves. I normally love a lot of garlic, but this recipe doesn't want a lot of garlic.
I don't avoid potato at all. They have protein, a good amount of vitamin C, B6, potassium, antioxidants, to name a few. This is not a food I need to miss out to stay in shape or to lose weight on a plant-based diet. I'm adding a little olive oil to my wok that's on medium-high. You don't have to use oil if you don't want to. I'm frying up my carrot, onion and garlic to make it lovely and flavoursome, stirring regularly. And while that's getting tasty, I'm measuring 4 cups of yellow split peas and rinsing them until the water goes clear. After 3-4 minutes of cooking, the onions are beginning to turn translucent. I'm adding my potatoes for another 2-3 minutes. Then I'll add my lentils for around 30 seconds. Time to decant my heavy bottom soup pan, add the stock and all the spices.
I need 2 litres of stock. I'm using 4 stock cubes, Now I'm going to turn this down to medium-high heat and add all my spices and let this cook for a good while, maybe half an hour, until all the lentils and all the veg are really soft and squishy, and then we'll hand blend it with my immersion blender. Time to add my spices. I'll add 2 teaspoons of turmeric. I found a spare one in the back of the cupboard, luckily. Half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of paprika. I like sweet paprika, not smoked. And I'm gonna add my salt and pepper to here too. When I serve this, I like to serve it and add a lot of salt and pepper to the top of the dish. It's really nice to flavour the top of the dish. Add the spices. That's bubbling more than I want it to, so down to a medium heat and let that cook through slowly. This is thickening up lovely, as you can see. It's been cooking for about 10 minutes on medium heat. I've got it on setting 4 on my hob of 9. It smells lovely. You see the lentils are breaking down lovely now? Keep stirring to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, and add extra water if you need to. I want to keep mine really thick because I want to save room in the freezer and add water when I defrost it. Watch how thick this is getting. Add water if you need to. This is fine for now, and it's nearly done. You can see the lentils, how they look now. This has been cooking for 30-45 minutes on pretty low medium heat. Setting 4. It's starting to bubble and it's really thick, which is great. But because it's starting to spit a little bit, I'm going to add half a litre of water. I'll let that cook for another 5 minutes and then we're going to blend, because it's going to thicken so much when we blend it. You want to be careful it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan too. And this is ready to blend. I'd say this has been going for an hour in total. In this pan, half an hour, 45 minutes. If you have an immersion blender, you can get blending this baby straight away. You see how this is thickening? I want this incredibly smooth, so I'll blend this for a good 5 minutes to make sure there's no lumps. This baby is smooth. Look at this. Yeah, I love it. That is so wholesome, so gorgeous, so feel good. When that cools, I'm going to tub it and freeze lots of it. When I defrost it, I'll add water to it because this is going to thicken more. However, this is almost the same thickness as when I had it in Turkey. This is a thick, nutritious, filling soup. And if you're on a weight loss journey, don't add pita bread and don't add croutons, but I'm not. I'm happy, I'm just toning up now. If your aim is to lose weight on a plant-based diet, this is what I advise and this is what I did. Eat vegetables, all the vegetables, including potatoes. Eat every colour of vegetable in the rainbow every day if you can. Vegetables and herbs and spices, they've all got so much nutrition in and different vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. They're like a medicine cabinet, they're fantastic. So eat as many vegetables as you want. Fruit, eat some fruit, that's fine, but it does have a high sugar content, so while you're trying to lose weight, don't eat too much fruit. Seeds, eat seeds. Chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, fantastic for you. Nuts, you can eat some nuts, but nuts have a very high fat content and not the best when you're trying to lose weight. Once you've lost the weight, get the nuts back into your diet, fantastic. Protein, eat protein, healthy proteins like chickpeas and lentils, beans, sweet corn, peas, mushrooms, soya mince, tofu, protein pastas. I love protein pastas. Red lentil pasta, chickpea pasta. Eat your grains. Eat oats, they're amazing for you. Buckwheat, quinoa, brown rice, your couscous. You can eat all of your whole grains. They're fantastic for you. And keep your portion sizes quite sensible. Don't overeat. But if you follow this advice, you will lose weight fast and healthily, nutritiously, and you'll get that body you want. And what should you not eat? Avoid fully or don't eat much of meat, fish, dairy, sweets, cakes, chocolates, ice creams. These things are obvious. But then you want to avoid processed foods. Anything white really is highly processed, so white bread, white rice, white pasta. Avoid all these things. If you can, while you're trying to lose weight, avoid all bread. Pita bread, breadsticks, have a wholemeal wrap. Reduce your oil intake. Try not to add oil at all if you can, or just use very little bit. That includes things like vegan cheese. Vegan cheese has got a lot of oil in it, so if you're trying to lose weight, use very little or none. Convenience foods. Anything that comes out of a packet. Burgers, vegan nuggets, veggie fingers, gyros, kebab, salamis, whatever it may be. If it comes out of a packet and you didn't cook it, I advise you avoid it. And if you don't want to eat it, don't have it in the house. If you don't want to eat crisps or sweets, don't have them in the house. You have to have them in the house, then put it out of reach. If we have things in the house that I don't want to eat, I just put them in my husband's office, then I can't get them. Also, I don't drink alcohol. I haven't drank alcohol now in 3 years. I hope my tips of what to eat and what not to eat do help you out and choose the healthiest, wisest choices so you can lose weight healthily and fast and get in shape and have a clean, fit, healthy body.
My next recipe is my super yummy but 100% nutritious cauliflower mac and cheese. It is so scrumptious, you are going to love it and be so surprised at how healthy it is, but how delicious it is. The least healthy ingredient is the grated cheese on top, which is optional. It tastes beautiful without it. For my macaroni, I'm using a mixture of red lentil and chickpea protein pasta, but go for whole wheat if you prefer. I love the healthiest, most protein-rich option possible for every meal. I'm using a mixture because my stock is low, but fingers crossed, Lidl had a vegan week this last week like the UK did, and I can go and stock up on all my favourite products. I love this recipe. Not only is it such a yummy, feel-good dish, but it's easy and pretty quick to make. I make 3 dinners at once in an hour and a half. So I may have a kitchen to clean tonight, but I've got 2 nights dinners banked for effortless dinners on busy days and no kitchen to clean. These vegan cauliflower mac and cheese freeze perfectly. I love my cauliflower broken into small florets. I love to steam my cauliflower to keep as much nutrition as possible. I love to cook my cauliflower so you can easily stab a fork in, but it's not squishy in any way. I rotate the baskets on my steamer every 10 minutes to make sure all the cauliflower cooks evenly, so this steams in 30 to 40 minutes for me. My pasta's cooked al dente, so I'll drain it and set it aside to use soon. My vegan cheese sauce is healthy and yummy. It's totally plant-based with no flour. I use carrots, which are great for bone and eye health. Potatoes are super cheap and they're great for bones and heart health, blood pressure, inflammation and weight loss. I chop my carrots and my potatoes quite roughly, but a similar size because they're going to get blended anyway. I'm using the stalk of my cauliflower in my sauce. Waste not, want not. Cauliflower is full of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. It's an impressive and delicious vegetable. To a big pan of boiling water, I add all my potatoes, carrots, cauliflower stalks, 2 cups of raw cashews, some pink salt, and let it boil for around 15 minutes till everything is soft and falls apart easily but doesn't disintegrate. To get your cashews really super soft, you can soak them prior, but I chose the easy option today. While my sauce veg is boiling, I spread my pasta and cauliflower evenly between my 3 dishes. My dish is around 10 inches by 7.5 in size, and for us that's 3 big dinners, and perhaps a little for breakfast sometimes too. Time to get saucy. To my heavy bottom bowl, I'm adding all my veg and 500 millilitres of my favourite plant milk. For me, this is always coconut milk. I'm adding 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and you can skip the cashews if you're a nut-free household, but I find that give this sauce such a cheesy taste, and I love the protein content. And if you'd like your sauce a little bit more orange, add another carrot. This sauce takes quite a bit of blending to get it perfectly smooth, especially if you didn't soak your cashews. Be careful your blender doesn't overheat. I love my stick blender, my immersion. It's just so much more manoeuvrable, more handy. To make this sauce taste amazingly cheesy, I'm adding 6 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 2.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 3 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of mustard powder, and plenty of pink salt. This sauce is totally oil-free, so it's really healthy and nutritious. I think it's an awesome way to sneak lots of vegetables into your diet too. Blend till lovely and smooth. This is so yummy and the perfect consistency and texture for us. I spoon the sauce between the 3 dishes and then mix in well. 2 I save, 1 for the fridge, we'll eat that the day after next, and 1 for the freezer. And 1 is going straight in my preheated oven for 25 minutes on 150. It's already room temperature, so this time will do perfect. The fridged one will want 30 minutes because it's a little cooler. If you enjoyed this recipe or today's video, please smash that like button, and I'd love you to comment below if you plan to make one of my recipes, or if you make one of my recipes, I'd love to know what you thought of it. This year I'm bringing out my popular What I Eat in a Day videos every 2 weeks. My next What I Eat in a Day video will have easy recipes. Recipes are also time-stamped at the end of my homemaking videos I bring out, so do look at thumbnails so you don't miss a cottage pie or onion bhajis or spring rolls, curries, brownies, cookies, all time-stamped at the end of my other videos. If there's a dish you'd like me to veganise, please add that to the comments and I'll try and veganise it and share it really soon. I grate 2/3 of a block of vegan cheese and I add this for the final 2-3 minutes of cooking time and turn the heat up to 180. Thank you so much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed today's recipes and you make some of these dishes and love them. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks for my next What I Eat in a Day video for easy recipes. Until then, I hope you eat lovely, tasty, delicious, healthy food. Bye for now, lovelies.